Welcome everybody back to Beyond the Yard podcast. My name is Efrenation, your host, and what can I say? I know it's been a while. I know it's been a really long time since I've actually done a podcast for ACW, let alone Beyond the Yard. Because I guess you could kind of say Medium Report is kind of like a podcast in a way, which it's supposed to be like kind of like a broadcast, a sports broadcast, like ESPN or whatever. I mean, what do I know? I don't have my own ESPN. But, like, I'm trying to create something like that for, like, ACW. But, like, I guess bringing Beyond the Yard back is, well, it needs to be brought back, actually. Because I know I've actually been struggling trying to bring it back because, as a matter of fact, we actually filmed like, I guess you could kind of say episodes for Beyond the Yard. But I guess they're, like, botched. Because one of them was, like, me talking to the viewers, talking about, like, Beyond the Yard coming back. And another one is, I think it was me, Glenwood, and Sebastian. We were all in my room. We had like the microphone in the middle. But the thing is, I didn't have like a proper microphone. I had like an iPhone or whatever, using it as a mic. And it kind of worked. Don't get me wrong. It kind of worked. But the problem was like, you have to like be close to it. You can't be from the distance. And let it alone the guys, like they talk, like somewhat like this. And they have to like, they're not talking loud enough to the mic. That's what I'm trying to say. And not being disrespectful to the boys or anything like that. But you need to have your voice to be heard. But anyways, what is this podcast mostly about? Well, because previously what this podcast was about is like me interviewing other backyard wrestlers and stuff like that. Therefore, Beyond the Yard. But now I guess like I want to take it into a different direction because I guess Beyond the Yard should be a podcast of like what's happening in ACW, in Efrenation Productions or beyond that, literally beyond that. But like even like, which I'll get to it in a bit. Like, me and the boys were watching WrestleMania, and I'll get to that in a bit. But, anyways, let's just do a recap of what's going on in the ACW Universe. So, I don't know if you guys seen ACW War episode 103, but we had Cerebral Assassin opening the show, which, at that point, Cerebral Assassin became the ACW champion on the previous episode, which was 102, when Cerebral defeated Mason and put Mason through a table to win the ACW championship. Congratulations, by the way. So, anyways, Cerebral Assassin, he kicks off the show. As the new champion, he talks about how he defeated Mason, how he is the new up-and-coming rising star of ACW. But he gets interrupted by Mason. Mason comes out. He is talking about a rematch. He wants a rematch because he didn't like how the match ended. So, therefore, Mason wants a rematch. But what happened? What happened after that? Shawn Devil Michael, SMM, made his return. He made his return. He's back in ACW, and he confronts both of the men. He wants that championship because he lost in the triple threat match, if I'm correct. Because in episode 100, I don't know how I have a memory of that, but episode 100, it was a triple threat match. It was Shawn Devil Michael, it was Cerebral Assassin, and it was Mason. If I'm correct, if I can remember, I think that was like 2 years ago. That's crazy to think about that the 100th episode was like 2 years ago. It is. Damn. Almost 2 years ago. But Mason pinned Cerebral Assassin. Therefore, Michael didn't have to get pinned to lose the title. And maybe that's why Michael wants a championship shot. So anyways, fast forward to Money in the Case Night 1. Because ACW uploaded Money in the Case Night 1 and Night 2. I don't know why they didn't put it together. But I also, before I talk about Night 1 and Night 2. So we actually filmed Money in the Case in January. But I don't know why it took so long to upload Money in the Case. Which I guess personally, because since I edit ACW, I had a lot of issues going on. Which I'll get to it later on in the video. But anyways, in Night 1 we had the triple threat ladder match for the ACW World Championship. So Cerebral Assassin versus Mason versus Shawn Devil Michael. All men gave it their best. Like, they try to climb up the ladder. They try to kick each other's ass. But even the ladder was using a weapon. Like, even the ladder. Like, Michael, he picked up the ladder and he swinged it to Mason. And Mason goes crashing down. So Cerebral and Michael, they work together to try to take out Mason. Because Mason, he's the bigger guy. Like, you got to take out the biggest guy in the match. But towards the end of the match, Mason, he laid out Michael. Michael was nowhere to be found. At the end of the match, he was all laid down. He was all bruised up. He literally got, what can I say? He got destroyed by Mason. I mean, there's no other way to put it. But anyway, Cerebro, he was gunning it. He climbed. He was running up to the ladder. He tried to climb it. He tried to climb it. He tried to grab the ladder. But no, Mason was there. He tried to interrupt the progress. He tried to win the championship for himself, which I don't blame him, because if I was Mason, I would have climbed the ladder myself. But anyways, I don't know. Somehow, some way, Cerebro grabbed the hell of that title that was still suspended in the air. He grabbed the title and he started, like, using it as a weapon. He started, like, smashing it onto Mason's head. Mason goes falling down. He falls off the ladder, and Cerebro unhooks the championship and he retains the title. So congratulations, Cerebro's hasn't, and congratulations to all the men who competed in the match. Come on, like, you gotta give him props for that. So night 2, give me one quick sec, because my setup is, I have a laptop right here, then I have a monitor, and, like, I guess I have to, like, use 2 screens at once, because I guess that's how cool I am. But okay, Money in the Case night 2. It's a 5-man Money in the Case ladder match. So we had Derek Destroyer versus Psycho versus Sean Double Michael versus G.I. Joe, which G.I. Joe is making, or he made his ACW debut, versus Mason. And I guess that's pretty impressive that G.I. Joe made his debut in Money in the Case, which I don't know if you guys remember, when was it? I think it was like I can't remember which Money in the Case, or Money in the D-Walk, because that's what we call it back then. But Hunter, I don't even know how you pronounce his last name. I mean, Thirstup? I mean, I can't remember. He was in ACW at one point. But I still don't remember his last name. Like, hell, even in school, I couldn't pronounce his last name. But anyways, Hunter made his debut in Money in the Case. But anyways, G.I. Joe, he made his debut in Money in the Case. So at the start of the match, everybody was going after each other. But what's crazy about that point, Psycho, he was the real logical... Wait, why did my screen crash out? What the fuck? Oh, that shit's getting real creepy. But anyways, Psycho was the most logical one, because he actually attempted to climb the ladder as much times as he can before he got interrupted, or until people, like, realized that, hey, Psycho is climbing up the ladder, we should stop him. And by the way, this is a ladder match. What are we doing fighting each other? We should be fighting for that championship right there, because, or not the championship, for the Money in the Case, for the actual Money in the Case briefcase. I know that's kind of like a wordplay right there. But bodies were flying everywhere, because remember, the Money in the Case, because if you win the Money in the Case briefcase, it is a wordplay, god damn it. But anyways, if you win the briefcase, you could cash in at any title you want, anytime, any place, anywhere. But bodies were flying left and right. People were falling off ladders. People were trying to climb onto the ladder, but they were falling off, or they got, like, pushed off or whatever. Even the referee got knocked out at a crucial point, because Derek Destroyer, he was reaching for the briefcase, and he actually, like, unhooked it. But I think Derek, like, he slipped or fell or whatever, and he threw the briefcase in the air. But Gio, he caught the briefcase in the air, and the referee saw that. Like, while the referee got up, he saw Gio catch the briefcase, and therefore, there is your 2024 Money in the Case winner. G.I. Joe, the person that literally made his debut, is the Money in the Case winner. So congratulations. All the wrestlers were disappointed that the guy who made his debut won the whole damn thing. Like, that's fucking crazy if you ask me. So I gotta take a drink of water. But anyways, with the merger of TWF Wrestling, they found a home in ACW Studios. So you will be seeing a lot of TWF content onto the ACW Studios platform. So stay tuned for that. And let's not forget, I'm not sure when this video is getting uploaded, but we just uploaded TWF Anarchy 3. So don't forget to check that out. The link will be down in the description. But let's do a recap of Anarchy 2, because I did the recap of Anarchy 1, but I think that was mini report, and now that this is Beyond the Yard, I guess this is like kind of like a recap. I don't know if this episode is like a recap or whatever, but this is just me pretty much. This episode of Beyond the Yard is practically just talking about, like, what's going on in the world, or what's happening with ACW. So I'm just having a recap, as I said earlier. So in episode Anarchy 2, from the brutal attack that Caution gave to Ace Diamond, the GM, Ulysses Samuel Adams, if I think that's how you pronounce his name, I've actually met him backstage. Derek Destroyer, he met him backstage when he did the TWF crossover in 2022. That's 2 years ago. Damn. Because we're in 2024. But anyways, the GM announced that there will be a match for Caution and Ace Diamond for the TWF YouTube Championship. back and forth stuff we got. These two great competitors. Like, I mean, you get to win as the best out of caution. You get the best. I don't even know what I'm saying. But what I'm trying to say is check out the match between Ace Diamond and Caution, because they literally like tore the house down. They kicked each other's ass for that championship, which, by the way, the TWF YouTube Championship looks pretty cool. I feel like that's what inspired ACW to create their own version of the YouTube Championship. So TWF, you guys were the inspiration of ACW creating the YouTube Championship. But out of nowhere, Aiden Anderson comes out of nowhere to cash in the battle for the briefcase during the match. He delivered a recharge slam to Caution and goes for the 3 count, and he is crowned the new TWF YouTube Championship. And that pretty much summarized what's been going on in the ACW Universe. And not only that, I mean, I wouldn't consider this as in the ACW Universe, if you want to call that, but I don't know if you can tell by the poster. I mean, this is going to be uploaded on YouTube, but in the poster right there is the poster of Bad Blood, which, it's a series that's happening in ACW. The first episode has been uploaded, and I hope everybody enjoyed that first episode. I know there wasn't a lot of dialogue in that episode, but episode 2 will explain what actually happened in episode 1. But I hate to break the bad news, but I think Bad Blood, even though it only uploaded 1 episode, it might be delayed until fall, because sorry to break the truth to you guys, but I'm actually Efren. I'm actually gonna travel to Iowa, which this wasn't really something new, but I don't know if you guys, the viewers, know this, but actually, personally, I work with horses, so I'm a jockey, which I guess that's a crazy resume, because I'm a jockey, a filmer, a wrestler, whatever. But it's kind of hard to balance those 3 things, because I love wrestling. I grew up watching wrestling. I guess wrestling itself, I grew up doing that as well. Filming, I love the aesthetic of filming, like creating your masterpiece and letting the viewers or letting the people watch your masterpiece or whatever. But then jockeying, I guess it's kind of difficult, because that's kind of my job, or my profession in a way. But realistically, if I'm gonna be honest with you guys, me being a jockey, I think this is probably gonna be my last year, because don't get me wrong, to be a jockey, you have to weigh about 120, and to me, I kind of struggle, making weight for that, because you have to be light enough so you could be on a horse or whatever. Not that you have to weigh 120 to ride a horse, but for a race you have to. That's the weight restrictions. I don't know why my hair's going crazy, but anyways, so that's what's been going on with Bad Blood. I know we were supposed to film Bad Blood. Fun fact, we were supposed to film Bad Blood in the spring of 2020, but COVID and my knee injury and a lot of shit was going on, and it was just bad. If we try to bring it in 2021, it couldn't work. 2022, 2023, but 2024, we made a progress, and I guess we had to delay it for a bit. But don't worry, Beyond the Yard, Bad Blood, I already lost. Even though I already got my script right here, even though I have my outline of this episode, it still don't match up with my brain. But Bad Blood will be finished, believe it or not. It will take about a year to finish. Even though it's a short series. It's a short series, it is. It's only 5 episodes, and each episode is about 15 minutes or whatever. But it's not that hard. But the thing is, not just me, but the other guys who's a part of the ACW crew, they got their own life. Everybody has their own lives, whether if it's school, college, work, other stuff like that. Everybody's got a lot of things going on, and I'm not asking much for them or anything. This is just what we do in our free time. With ACW, that's why we haven't been filming a lot, because everybody's have their own lives, and whenever we have free time or whatever, that's when we get together, we film, we hang out, and just back to formula. And another reason why I've kind of not been making a lot of videos for ACW. Well, I guess it all started in September. No. Okay, this is a quick story. So in 2023, in the summer, I was in Iowa. I was a jockey over there. Then I guess I was just stressed out, because I wasn't getting a lot of mounts for horse racing and stuff. And I guess that shit just put a lot of stress on me, and I couldn't really handle it. And I guess I didn't really have a lot of back support or support, whatever. And I just pretty much dropped the ball, or what was it, take my ball and go home. I mean, that's what I practically did. I pretty much like left some people hanging, and I know that kind of sucked. And I apologize for them because I don't know. That was like just the worst thing I've done. So I went home around like the beginning of August, and I guess I reconnected with my friends. I was like, hey, let's just, since I'm here for the summer, let's just film ACW content. And that's what we did. So up to September, like, we were like about to film Money in the Case. And at that point, I met my ex-girlfriend, and a lot of things happened too fast or whatever. And like, I guess I got real hooked onto the relationship. And 1 month in the relationship, I moved out, or I moved in with her, and it was nice, but it was 3 hours away from where I live right now. And with the 3 months that I've lived with her, I mean, fuck. I mean, it kind of hurts because I haven't really, like, I guess, like, this is something that I didn't really want to bring up or whatever. But, like, to me personally, like, this is something I can't really forget. But it's best for me that I don't think about it. But, like, now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, damn, especially, like, letting the viewers know of, like, what's actually been going on. Because I want you guys to actually know what's been going on lately, and like, you guys deserve the truth, because I'm not trying to hide anything under a rock or a bush or anything like that. But I guess me being with her, like, it kind of stung me. Like, it's like started hurting me because like it kind of felt like I gave up being a jockey. I gave up working with horses. I gave up filming ACW. Like, sure, I was trying to do Efrenation, which Efrenation is my other channel, but it's not the same. Like, even though, like, I really wanted to be with her, but, like, that means that, like, I had to give up everything that I've been doing in order to be with her. And I don't know if that was the best decision. I don't know if that was the worst decision, but, like, that really fucked me up mentally. And I guess, like, at that time period, like, she was wanting to move to Missouri, so that was meaning that I had to be more far away to my boys or whatever, to the ACW crew members or whatever. I had to be more far away than where I was. And that would have sucked because that means like ACW didn't really like wrap up its season. I pretty much, ended my jockey career in a bad note, and it kind of sucked because this is not the way I wanted things to end and stuff. And throughout the relationship, like, I wanted to move back. There was a point where me and her were actually going to move back to my hometown, and I was actually going to, like, bring this back up and stuff. But after Christmas, the last week that I was with her, that was technically the last week that we were together before the downfall. She kept talking about moving to Missouri and stuff, and to me, that's kind of like a sore subject, because like how I said it earlier, like, that means I have to, like, give up everything. And I just didn't really have the guts. I didn't have, like, the balls to fucking, like, tell her, like, hey, look, like, I know you want to do this, but I also want to do my stuff too. And I don't know, I mean, I just felt horrible because I know, like, not that I was, disrespectful or, like, mean to her or anything like that, but, like, I guess I wasn't, like, strong enough to, like, handle this, and I fucked up. And I know I was, like, quiet to her and stuff like that, and I was a downfall to the relationship, and, I ruined the best thing that I had going on. And sure, you could say I came back of doing ACW and stuff like that, but, like, something like that, like a heartbreak of that devastating heartbreak actually, like, will stay with me, therefore heartless. But yeah, it kind of sucks. Like, it's already been like about to be 5 months, which is crazy. But, like, it's kind of difficult because, like, I literally had somebody who really, like, cared about me and, like, really supported me. And especially, like, there was a part where, like, she wanted to be, like, a part of ACW in a way, but, like, she already moved on and stuff. And what can I do? I mean, I could, like, stay here and, like, talk about how much I miss her and stuff like that, but, it's not gonna change anything. Like, Derek Destroyer, like, needs to keep moving forward. I need to keep moving forward with my life. Life keeps moving forward. Life only goes in one direction, and that's forward, ladies and gentlemen. But regardless, like, sure, we broke up due to miscommunications. Sure, I failed to continue ACW at that point. But now that I'm back, now that I moved back home, it was kind of, because after New Year's, that's when I moved back home and stuff, and I was trying to slowly get back on my feet with ACW. And so far, we're doing pretty good progress. I mean, fuck, we fucking did, episode 1 of Bad Blood. Like, it was fun, like, filming it, like, behind the scenes and stuff, which, as a matter of fact, we will upload the first episode behind the scenes of episode 1 of Bad Blood pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. But like how I said earlier, I'm slowly getting back on my feet and I'm feeling better about myself now that I get to like spend more times of like, filming, being able to like spend more time with my friends, and also like pursuing this. Even though like I'm wrapping up my jockey career this year, now at least I know what I could like, devour my time and, actually like put a lot of time and dedication to it, because that's what my goal is. Because my 2024 plans are to wrap up this ACW 2024 season, because we already filmed, I guess you could say like 3 videos. We filmed War 104, 105, and the Rumble. So we already filmed those 3. And now we just need to film 2 more episodes of War. Then we have our Yard of Mania, which, we have to go all out. Like, we have to, let alone that I'm about to leave to Iowa pretty soon. Like, I have to like be able to like film all this. So by the time I'm in Iowa, I could just be editing and stuff like that and just waiting to upload, these videos on these specific dates or whatever. But like, that's my plans for 2024. And yeah, like how I told my friends earlier or whatever, like my motivation for this year, treat this year like if it's the last year, so that's my plan for ACW. And Beyond the Yard podcast, like how I stated earlier, it may have a different outline, because instead of like me interviewing people or whatever, like it's actually going to be like what's been going on lately and stuff like that, or like what happened with WrestleMania, or what's the recaps or stuff like that. So kind of like Media Report, but I guess we're taking Media Report and we're putting it into Beyond the Yard. So I guess Media Report is going to really be like hanging on the shelf for right now, whatever. But the main point is Beyond the Yard is back, and let's just keep going on from there. Because we got ACW, we got TWF, we got Bad Blood, which Bad Blood may be delayed until later on. We got Media Report, scratch that. We actually got Beyond the Yard, and we also got some like bonus footage of something else. And also I want to state that Efrenation, my old channel, is coming back for like gaming or vlogging or whatever, because I don't want to really put like gaming and stuff like that, or like my kind of videos in ACW, because I don't want that to be confusion, like mix content, like it's best to like divide the 2 channels and like have like both channels have different focus, But by the way, like both channels are like, a team cooperation, they're unity. But to pretty much I guess that's what I have listed everything. But like when was it? WrestleMania. Hang on, I gotta search it up. Give me a sec, because I gotta but like I gotta search up like the WrestleMania. What happened with WrestleMania? Like let's search up WrestleMania results, because there's a lot of things that happened in WrestleMania 40, which it's crazy. 40. I'm 20 years old and we already hit WrestleMania 40. Like, bro, no way. It's already WrestleMania 40. I was supposed to actually go to this event, but unfortunately, I couldn't do it. I mean, I just couldn't, because at the time, like how I said it earlier, I was going through a breakup and stuff like that, and I was getting back on my feet. So unfortunately, I couldn't get to WrestleMania. But the best part about WrestleMania is that I've actually hosted a WrestleMania party, and my friend Sebastian Calloway, you may know him from TWF. He reached out to me. He was like, "Hey, bro, I wish you were here, because I would have invited you to the WrestleMania party." And I told him, "Oh, no worry, bro. No worries. I'm hosting my own WrestleMania party, so that way we could still have our parties or whatever." So anyways, I had a friend who was sad because, he would go through a heartbreak, and, luckily I've been through that, so I guess I try to comfort him. But overall, like, I invited all my friends, everybody that was a part of ACW and stuff. We rented, or not rented, but like we were watching WrestleMania in my aunt's garage, because she has a big ass TV in the garage, and like it's just a cool garage. I gotta explain that. I gotta show it to you some other time. But anyways, we were watching WrestleMania night 1 and night 2 there, and what was the first match? Rhea Ripley defended the world's women's champion against Becky Lynch. That match was pretty decent. Unfortunately, she had to relinquish that title not long ago, but that was a pretty good match. Me and the boys, like, it was like the first match, which it wasn't that bad. The next day, or the next match, we got the Judgment Day. Finn Balor and Damian Priest defending the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions in a 6-pack tag team ladder match against DIY, Johnny Gargano, and Tommaso Ciampa, versus the New Day, which is Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, versus the Awesome Truth, The Miz and R-Truth, versus A-Town Down Under. Is that what they're called? Austin Theory and Grayson Waller versus the ¿cómo se llaman? New Catch Republic, Pete Dunne and Tyler Bates. So anyways, I thought this was going to be like, just a simple ladder match. But no, it was like 2 ladder matches in one because there was 2 belts hanging. We got the Raw and we got the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. And like, it wasn't like if you climb one of them, like you won the whole match. You only won that championship. And who won the SmackDown Championships? Oh yeah, the A-Town Down Under climbed and received the SmackDown Championship. So at that point, I figured that there was going to be kind of like a split. Like, they're not going to be like Raw and SmackDown. They're going to be like, Raw's going to have this tag team and SmackDown's going to have this tag team. So congratulations. And the Awesome Truth, I mean, fucking R-Truth, like, his inner child, bro. Like, the John Cena, even though he's older than John Cena, like, he activated his inner child. And the Awesome Truth are the new Raw Tag Team Champions, which, by the way, they changed it on the episode of Raw to the World Tag Team Championships. Like, it was cool to see that they're not the Raw Tag Team, but the World Tag Team. So that's pretty cool. After that, we got Rey Mysterio and Andrade, accompanied by Rey's LWO statement, Carlito, Cruz del Toro, Joaquin Waldy, and Selena Vega versus Santos Escobar and Dirty Dominic Mysterio, accompanied by Escobar Ligado de Fantasma. We got Alberto and Angel, and I'm sorry if I butcher her last name. It's Eljekra Lopez. But anyways, Rey Mysterio and Andrade, they won the match. It was pretty cool to see the Canadian Destroyer in that match. So that was a pretty cool match for Lucha Libre. The 4th match, we got Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso, which that match, it was pretty nice because it was like a brother versus brother. And we had that like, every 15 years of WrestleMania, because we had like Owen Hart, Bret Hart, and Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy. But that match, it was kind of like just a super kick party fest, pretty much. And it was like, what? That's it. Like, the pacing was a bit off, in my opinion. After that, we got Jade Cargill making her WrestleMania debut. Bianca Belair and Naomi versus Damage Control. And that was a good match. It was cool to see, I don't think Belair's team had like a name. Like, they didn't have a name. They just came out like by themselves. But it was cool that, Cargill and Belair and Naomi won that match. And after that, we got the Intercontinental Championship, Sami Zayn versus the champion, Gunther. And Gunther lost a match. But I feel like, to be honest, Chad Gable should have been in that match, to be honest. Because, like, he deserves it. I mean, he's like Kurt Angle, Perk Angle, Let alone what happened in Raw when he destroyed Sami Zayn. Like, he deserves to be the Intercontinental Champion, to be honest. But Sami Zayn defeated Gunther and ruined the 666th day as champion? Right? Yeah, I think so. That's what that was. Is there? Oh yeah, the main event, the Bloodline versus Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. What can I say? Seeing The Rock come back, like, I got goosebumps. Like, oh my God, seeing The Rock in action, like, bro, no fucking way. I never saw The Rock in action, unless if you count WrestleMania 32. But like, I never seen The Rock in action. Like, literally, I never saw it live. I only saw it like the clips after like it got uploaded or whatever. But like, at the time, I didn't have WWE Network, which now it's on Peacock, which it may be going on Netflix. But that match was fucking beautiful though. Like, The Rock and Roman Reigns, like, fuck, like, Roman Reigns was in his best shape, let alone The Rock. And Cody Rhodes' entrance, the whoa, and the Seth Rollins, the ha ha ha. But anyways, it was really cool. It kind of felt like the Attitude Era for a bit. A lot of shit was going down, but the Bloodline wins and Bloodline rules was going to happen at night 2. So let's skip to night 2. I gotta take a drink of water. I haven't talked like this in a long time. Seth Rollins, even though he lost night 2, no, he did lose. He did lose night 2, but he lost night 1, and he had to wrestle the next day against Drew McIntyre. And he had to defend the World Heavyweight Champion against Drew McIntyre. And CM Punk was in special guest commentary. And what was funny in that match, he hit a Claymore in the beginning of the match. Then, like, later on, like, he got on his phone and, like, he tweeted bored at work or some shit like that. LOL. But Drew McIntyre defeated Seth Rollins and became the World Heavyweight Champion. He finally wins the championship in front of a live crowd, because when he won it, it was during COVID and no fans. You know, like, honestly, personally, that's fucking horrible. Winning a championship with nobody, like, being around there. Like, that's horrible. But then he was, like, talking shit to CM Punk, and he got, like, you know, he looked away. Then CM Punk, like, started attacking Drew McIntyre. Then fucking, ¿cómo se llama? What's his name? How could I forget his name? Damian Priest, he's the Money in the Bank winner. He starts running in, like, I got goosebumps, because, like, I wasn't expecting that, because I thought Damian was going to cash in for the WWE Championship, but he does it for the World Heavyweight. And he cashes in on Drew McIntyre. He does his finisher. 1, 2, 3. Damian Priest is the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. I don't know why I said WWE. It's the World Heavyweight Champion. He's the new World Heavyweight Champion. Next, we got the Pride, Bobby Lashley, Angelo Dawkins, and Montez Ford, accompanied by B-Fab, versus the Final Testament, Killing Cross. I don't think that's his name, but it's like Curran Cross, Akam, and Razor, accompanied by Scarlett and Paul Ellering. And it was funny because the guy that's Paul Ellering, the manager, like, you know, my friends are like, oh, it's the guy from Breaking Bad, you know, Mike, where he's the guy, they're fucking just saying Walter. So I gotta stay hydrated, because I actually had a heat stroke not long ago. But anyways, the Dudley Boys, Bubba Ray, he was a special guest referee. They did the 3D, or they did the tables. They did the get the tables. The Pride wins, and what's his name? Snoop Dogg. He was in commentary, so that was pretty cool seeing Snoop Dogg. He was like, whip that when they were fucking hitting him. After that, we got LA Knight versus AJ Styles. It was a pretty good match. It was a pretty good, like, intense match, because I know the build-up for that feud was pretty good, even though, like, they had, like, a brawl during, like, the media day or whatever, so they had a brawl. But, LA Knight won his WrestleMania debut, and, like, the whole crowd was like, LA Knight, yeah! That was pretty cool, though. In the next match, we got Logan Paul, accompanied by, like, the fucking mascot of Prime, versus Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. And that was a pretty good match. Like, fucking seeing Randy Orton back in WrestleMania, I hear voices in my head. Like, in RKO, like, seeing fucking RKOs, like, goes hard. Like, no matter who you are, like, you can't say that RKOs are not cool, because they're fucking badass. But Randy Orton was going for the punt kick to fucking Logan Paul. Logan Paul gets dragged out by the Prime bottle. Randy Orton goes outside to confront the Prime bottle, and who turns out to be in the Prime bottle? It's fucking Show Speed. No mames. Show Speed. Everybody in the fucking room that we were watching WrestleMania was going fucking crazy, because, like, Show Speed, like, bro, nah, like, the fact that Show Speed is at WrestleMania, not me, it fucking makes me sick. Like, nah, bro, like, it's like, bro, what am I doing with my life? Like, I need to fucking, you know, be a fucking, I don't know, like, influencer or whatever, you know? Like, at least I want to be up there. Like, what the fuck? But anyways, he got RKO'd. He literally told Randy Orton that Rolando's better. It's like, bro, what the fuck? Bro got RKO'd. Unfortunately, he lost the match. But Logan Paul retains the United States champion. So that was pretty cool. The next match, we got the WWE Women's Championship. Io Sky defending the title against Bayley. And after hitting Sky with an elbow drop, Bayley performs the Rose Plant and pins Sky to win the title for the second time. So Bayley is the WWE Women's Championship. For the main event, for night 2, we got Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. Bloodline rules. And what can I say? Seeing a main event like that, like, fucking blows my mind. Like, come on, like, that tops last year. Because last year, I think it took place, like, in Los Angeles. And somebody threw a chicken at Cody because he lost. But, nah, that felt like fucking Endgame. Because I told Michael, I'm like, bro, if fucking night 1 is Infinity War, night 2 is fucking Endgame. Because we were literally in the Endgames here. Because Cody had he had everything to lose. Because if not, then he doesn't win the championship. Bloodline is fucking taking over. Then, like, Solo, he interrupts the match. He starts attacking Cody Rhodes. Then John Cena comes out of nowhere. He fucking attitude adjustments. Fucking Roman Reigns. He attitude adjustments. Back in the day, they would call it the FU. But he gave an FU to Solo to the fucking Spanish announcer with the announcer's table. Then The Rock comes out. If you smell The Rock coming out. The Rock and John Cena having a stare down that they haven't had since, WrestleMania 28. Once in a lifetime, which was twice in a lifetime at WrestleMania 29. Then Rock Bottom to John Cena. Then you hear the Shield. The Shield theme song hits like Sierra Hotel India Echo Lima Delta Shield. Dun-na, 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 dun-dun. I honestly thought Dean Ambrose. I don't know. You must be stupid to think that Dean Ambrose was coming back. But what can I say? It was WrestleMania. It was too powerful to not be stupid. I mean, it was just Seth Rollins dressed up as the Shield. But Seth Rollins dressing up as the Shield was actually... He actually did it for a good reason. Because, which was sad because Seth Rollins turned on the Shield on June 2nd, 2014. And why do I know that date precisely? It's because it lied on my birthday, and that was the worst birthday present I ever received in my life. Maybe. But after that, fucking The Rock, he got the fucking weight belt. He was about to whip Cody. Then you hear the gong, gong. Then the Undertaker at WrestleMania? No fucking way. He chokes on The Rock, and boom, The Rock goes crashing down. Cody, The Rock. No. It's Cody, Reigns, and Seth Rollins in the ring. Roman Reigns picks up a chair. Instead of hitting Cody, instead of defending the title or whatever, he attacks fucking Seth Rollins. Fucking finally getting the payback that he always wanted. But at what cost? Cody Rhodes hits Roman Reigns with the crossroads. 1, 2, 3. And we have a new WWE champion. Cody Rhodes is finally WWE champion. He finally finished his story. And at the end of the match, Cody Rhodes celebrated with many rosters and WWE legends, let alone his family. But that was pretty much what happened at the WrestleMania and at the WrestleMania party. We honestly thought Stone Cold was gonna come back. Nah, bro. Stone Cold coming back. I actually wanted Stone Cold, but unfortunately, to reasons, Stone Cold wasn't able to make an appearance or whatever. But the fact that we still got the results that we got was amazing. But anyways, I just want to say I apologize if this video turned into me yapping of a lot of things, but I just wanted to give you a recap of what's been going on lately, why we've been doing this, or why we haven't done videos a lot. But for 2024, we're actually gonna have good plans and actually try to deliver. That's our plans, because we got a lot of plans coming up, but we want to actually accomplish them. So pretty much to summarize this episode, I just want to say, thank you everybody who watched ACW from the beginning. Thank you everybody who listened to this podcast or watched it on the YouTube channel. But I just want to say thank you ACW Universe. Thank you Beyond the Yard listeners. And we'll see you in the next podcast episode. And I was about to do my outro for Efrenation, but thank you everybody, and we'll see you in the next episode. And this is Efren Martinez. I was about to say Efrenation. Or I guess I am Efrenation. Efrenation signing off.